Hey hackers, would it be crazy if in 5 minutes you learned a new programming language? Let's get crazy. Let's learn to code in Google Sheets. I did it live a few weeks ago in front of a group of about a dozen indie hackers, and it took me 9 minutes. You can access this exact document here at bettersheets.co/hackers. You can directly get this document, get all the code, but watch this video. This is a tutorial video specifically for those who already know how to code. If you're a programmer, you know Python, you know JavaScript, you know some other programming language, this is for you. We're going to get you started in Google Sheets because you know programming and I know Google Sheets. This is where we meet. By the end of this video, I hope that you'll know how cool Google Sheets can be. So let's go. Let's get started. It's been a minute already. In Google Sheets, where do we code? Let's go to sheet.new. I added two because I have a couple of accounts here. Once this sheet starts to load up, we go to extensions, app script. Every Google Sheet has access to this. Now, every function looks like this. Function, literally the word function, then the name of the function, parentheses, and then curly brackets. You can add in parentheses any sort of variable names that you want to add in, and then you can use those variables and execute code inside this curly bracket. Look, if you know JavaScript, you know Google Script. Cool? All right. Following along here, variables use var and then variable name equals. Now the semicolon you can use, just like you use in JavaScript, if you want to keep that style. You don't necessarily have to use it. Look, let's just create a function right now. Let's call it cost per melee or CPM. This is a very common math problem that we use in marketing. We want to know our CPM. So we're going to write this function right in Google Script. So we're going to call it CPM. We're going to have our variables here. We're going to have two variables. We're going to have cost and count. And then inside the function, we have our variable melee or meal. I don't know how you pronounce that. It's going to be count divided by 1,000. Again, you can use a semicolon if you wish. We're going to do var CPM equals cost divided by melee. Again, with a semicolon. Now, how do we get that number out? We do return CPM. Now, if you see an orange dot over here on the left, that means we haven't saved it. So we're going to hit Command S and we're going to save. And now that orange dot is going to go away eventually. Please go away. We're saving the project. Saving the project. I might have to pause the video. There we go. We got it. So now we can use this function inside of Google Sheets. So if we have two numbers, we have our cost, we have impressions, we have here like 450, and we have 3,000. If we want to do equal CPM 450 3,000 loading, and there's our number, our CPM. We can also reference these cells, so we don't have to type in this number. So we can reference C2 here, and for 3,000 we can reference C3. And here we go. We have the same number. So now as we change this 400, we can do 10,000 impressions, and it will give us a CPM. But let's keep going. Let's tap into the infinite power of Google Sheets. It's like a database we can access directly. Backend, frontend, all one and the same. Isn't that crazy? We have to learn no CSS. We have to learn no HTML. We're just learning JavaScript. We're just coding. So we can access a value in a cell inside of a sheet. Now, it's very important that we know that sort of a hierarchy, that a cell is in a sheet. So let's put something in A1 and let's get that data from A1 through a script anywhere we want. Okay, we're going to put in A1 like maybe the amount of sales we have, right? And we're on sheet 1. We got to remember this. All right, if we want to add more code, we just hit enter a few times and now we can start writing new code. We can write function get data from A1 on sheet 1. And this is just the name of it. It doesn't do anything. We can change that name anywhere we want. We need parentheses and then curly brackets. And inside the curly brackets, we're going to do variable cell data. And we can name that anything we want, that variable. Now, here's the magic that happens. We are using SpreadsheetApp, and it's going to be pink here. We're going to do dot get active. And as we start typing, it auto says, what do we want? We want get active spreadsheet. Here's one trick. You have to add parentheses to this one. Now we had a dot get sheet by name, and as we type, it's going to try to know what we mean. Sheet by name. Again, we need parentheses, and we need to enter here in quotes sheet 1. We then do dot getRange. Now we're going from the entire spreadsheet to the active spreadsheet, to the sheet that is the name. We're going down in hierarchy. Then we're going to get the range of that sheet. That sheet, the cell, we're going to do A1. And then once we have the range A1, we do get value. Again, we can end in semicolon if we want. Now that we have all of this, we have the hierarchy down to the exact cell we want, A1, and we will return it. Return cell data. Hit Command S to save, make sure that orange dot goes away. And now anywhere we have A1 here, we can do equals. We can actually copy this entire thing. Get data from A1. And we just do the parentheses there. Now in E6, we have the number 50. We're just getting that data from A1. Isn't that cool? We're now accessing basically any data on this spreadsheet. We can access by its range, by its sheet name, by its hierarchy, right? A sheet, an active spreadsheet, the name of the sheet, and the range that it's in. So now if we have that kind of data, maybe it's like on a sales page, and we want to copy that to a log. Now this is going to get a little complicated. If you wish to copy this specific script, again, go to bettersheets.co/hackers right up here. Go here, bettersheets.co/hackers, and you can get this Google Doc exactly for yourself. Copy it, use it, copy this code, try it for yourself. But here, we're going to copy all of this code. And what does it do? It actually will do nothing. Now, why will this do nothing? It's because we've commented it out. So in Google Script, we can do 2 slashes in front of any text we want, and that is commenting out. So it won't actually run. Just like in any other programming language, you might want to add some comments. We do that with 2 slashes. So here we've written out in words what we want to do. We want to get data from the sheet sales summary. So we need a sheet called sales summary, and we want to copy that to a sheet called sheet log. Now what we're doing is basically we have a sales amount here, and we can update this every day, but we want to actively edit this every day, but we want to copy it to this log so that it's timestamped and it has a reverse chronological log of all of the sales of every day. And this is how we're going to do. We're going to get data from the sheet sales summary, what we want to copy. We're going to get the sheet and range of the sales log where we want to copy it to. We're going to insert a row above the top row just in case there's no more rows. Then we're going to get the range and we're going to write a timestamp. The timestamp we're going to use is new date. That's how we're going to do it. And then we're going to copy the data. That's it. All right, I've gone ahead and written this code out, and we're going to walk through it a little bit right now. So we have function copy sales data to sales log. Our variable data, just as we did before, we get the range of the name of the page and A1. Then we get the range that we want to go to, and then we insert a row, literally just the destination sheet dot insert row before. We write the number 1, and then we have the range of the timestamp, and then the timestamp is literally new date. Then here we're going to set that date, we're going to set that date as a value of a timestamp. Then we're going to copy it to where the destination sheet. By default, the values and formatting are copied, but we can override them here with contents only true. So we're only copying the contents. That is key because of sometimes we don't want to copy that formatting. So we're going to hit Command S and save. Now, in order to run this, we need to actually authorize. How do we know that? Is if we choose here, get copy sales data to sales log, and we hit run from inside here, we're going to get authorization required. Now, we only have to do this once when we run the code for the first time when we have new scopes. And so you'll always, sometimes you'll always have to test it. So now we have get range of null because I have the wrong name. So I have sales log here. And this tells you this type error has an error and it shows you GS24. It's because it's in line 24. So what it's doing is actually I put in the wrong name of the log. So we go change the name there. Now it should run again. We're going to run our copy sales data. It completed. And there we go. We have a timestamp and a sales amount. Now we can do this. Now if something doesn't work, as you saw, there was an error, but sometimes the execution will complete, but we don't actually see our answer. So what we can do is log. So we can add up here, or down here actually, we'll add at the end, logger.log. So this is great for debugging. So if we add here logger.log data.getValue and we hit run, inside here we see the 50 right there. So we can do this again if we change this to 55. We can go back here, run this again, and we can see this information here, 55. So this allows us to log little points to debug along the way. Really, really cool inside this IDE right here. So we're not really programmers in Google Sheets yet. We're sort of writing code that executes when we want to execute it. But what happens if we want to run a cron job, right? We're not programmers unless we're lazy programmers, right? We don't want to run we don't want to execute this exact code by ourselves every single day. We got to set our timer and hit run. No, we can do it with a cron job. What? Really? Google Sheets has cron jobs? Yes, they do. Right? Code ain't shit if we don't got cron jobs, right? We're hackers because we're lazy, don't want to click one button every day. So let's set this up. We have our function here, copy sales data to sales log. What we're going to do, over on the left side, we have this timer button that says triggers. We're going to hit trigger. Right under my face over here, on the bottom right, we're going to add trigger. We're going to change it to copy sales data. Which deployment should run head? Yes, this can't change. Event source, we're going to change that to time driven. Once we do that, we have a time-based trigger. So we can do this every day timer. We can select the amount, the time period we want to run it. Now, this is one specific weird thing in Google Sheets is that you cannot set a specific exact time, but you can set a hour of the day to run. So if all of this code runs on Google servers, we can do like 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Great. Now save. Now we have a trigger that is going to run every single day between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. And it's going to do exactly what we did before, which was take this number, insert a row here, and add it to the top, and then have our timestamp. Again, if I'm going too fast in this video, you can go to bettersheets.co/hackers, and all of this is in this Google Doc. So if you don't like watching this video, you can go and read the documentation. But wait, there's more. So someone asked me about an API, how to access an API. So this is for Tebow. Yes, the same Tebow who made Tweet Under. He asked, how do I access an API through Google Script? Well, let's, for our example, use omdapi.com. First, we need an API key. So if you're following along and you want to do this yourself on your own sheet, go to omdapi.com and get your own API. I'm going to use mine here. We're going to create a sheet here called API key. We're going to put it in A1, and then we're going to get the JSON. We're going to get JSON here, and we can walk through this if you wish. You can walk through this if you wish, but the main piece of information, the biggest piece of information you need to know is UrlFetchApp.fetch, and we're going to grab the URL with the API key there. So this is what you need to know, UrlFetchApp.fetch. So we're going to go back to our code. We're going to go to our editor. Now, if we don't want to continue writing new scripts here, we can always add a new script right here, script, and maybe we call this API, and we can copy that or delete that, and we're going to paste it. So this says get our API key, exactly the same code we had before, which is SpreadsheetApp, get active spreadsheet, get sheet by name, get the range, get the value, exactly the same. We're accessing that information from the spreadsheet. Now we have the URL of OMDB. You can go check this out on omdapi.com. Was that? No, yeah, omdapi.com. You can add in the URL the API key and the title you want to fetch. So we want to get JSON title. Now what that does is actually goes and grabs the API key from here, and let's go to movies. Let's do equals get JSON, and we can actually put this get JSON in A1, or sorry, put this in B1, but we can do hackers. There's an error because we don't have a title. There we go, title. Now, 1995's movie Hackers. But that's not all. We can actually get the poster. So let's get the poster just from the name Hackers or from any movie title. So here's the function, get poster. You can read this inside of bettersheets.co/hackers. You can grab this URL, code. So we're going to use this. We're going to do JSON.stringify. We're going to grab the poster URL, and then we're going to return the URL of the movie poster. So instead of this data, we're going to do get poster A1, and inside this, we want to put this around image function. This is a Google Sheets formula image, and takes in a URL and it shows an image. So let's see. There it is. So hackers, now we've changed any title here. We can do Jumanji, any title we want, and we can get the movie poster. Jungle Cruise. There we go. We can get any poster with this API in Google Sheets. And now we know Google Scripts. Isn't that cool? I'm so glad you watched this entire video. Thank you for watching. If you want to follow along the code and get the code, again, go to bettersheets.co/hackers. Go get it. Go use it. Learn how to program in Google Sheets. Thanks for watching. Bye.